Samuel Verratta għal programm ieħor MOTORSMT bħalma tafu nofsija dedikata għal motorsport kif ukoll dak kollu xaqsam mal-vetturi ġewwa pajjiżna, moturi, karozzi, trakkijiet, minn kollox. Fuq l-istazzjon nazzjonali TVM Sport Plus. Illum iżdu għandna magħna grupp ta' ħbieb illi fil-fatt huma dilettanti tal-mudell tal-karozzi li ta' kull sena propju organizzaw wirja interessanti immens. Wirja li ta' kull sena qiegħda tikber u li bħalma ser nisimgħu jista' jkun lek tkun daqsxejn diffikultà biex issib post adattat biex ittella wirja bħal din. U dwar dan magħna fl-istudju għandna lil Alan u lil Sani mill-Diecast and Scale Model Society. Mela, Alan, ħanibda minnek. Għajdilna ftit l-ewwel ħaġa dwar il-soċjetà tagħkom fil-fatt Diecast to Scale Model.
Ekku Oliver, Diecast and Scale Model Society twaffqet fis-sena 2001 mill-mibki missieri Tarċisju Saliba u tħaddan fih dana kollezzjonisti ta' modelli Diecast u modelli scale ġifier modelli mibnija bl-idejn kemm ġifier modell mixtri żarmati jew modell mibni minn materjal riċiklat. Illum il-ġurnata l-għaqda hija komposta minn design membru, kollha lokali, ġifieri irġiel u anke nisa, adulti u tfal li kollha għandhom għall-qalbhom il-kollezzjoni tal-minjaturi tal-vetturi.
Wow, tajli anka nisa u tfal, ġifieri ma nafx intom forsi restretti, hawnhekk qegħdin naraw ovvjament karozzi, trakkijiet, moturi, għadha tip ta' modelli biss jew jista' jkunu modelli ta' affarijiet oħra wkoll.
Ekku, qudiemna hawnhekk għandna selezzjoni ta' modelli varji bħala tiegħma kif ukoll bħala scale. Aħna naċċettaw fih għandna kwalunkwe tip ta' kollezzjonijiet tal-modelli, ovvjament mhux ġugarelli, ġifieri jkunu modelli ta' ċertu valur. Illa għaliex ovvjament ikun hemm ċertu preġu involut fl-esebizzjonijiet tagħna. Bħala tema dan l-aħħar snin bdejna nsemmu l-wirja l-annwali tagħna The Biggest Little Motor Show. Bissa biex fiha tkun tikkorpora dak kollu li għandu x'jaqsam ma' trasporti, ġifieri kemm vetturi klassiċi, moderni, sportivi, kummerċjali, kostruzzjoni, vapuri, ajruplani, dak kollu li jaħdem b'magna jew li għandu r-roti.
Tajjeb, interessanti, ovvjament jekk tiftaħ modelli oħra jerġa' jkollok problema ikbar.
Ekku. Konċett interessanti ħafna li introduċejna dan l-aħħar fis-snin l-moddija bħal speċjalista ma konniex naċċettaw kollezzjonijiet ta' modelli tal-ġugarelli tixxi mill-stationery biex niftehmu. Però dan l-aħħar bdejna naċċettawhom. Ir-raġuni tkun li bħalma fl-antik modelli żgħar li kienu jinxtraw bi ftit soldi. Illum il-ġurnata ġew modelli ta' valur kbir, dawn il-modelli li ssib tixtri llum kif referejna lihom, kif jgħaddi żmien dawn ħajjiġu ta' valur li ħadd għadu ma jaf x'inhu. Għaldaqstant anke min jisieħab magħna li jkunu forsi għadhom tfal ta' etajiet żgħar, kellna magħna li ħadu sehem anke ta' 9 snin ġifieri, jgħidu li għax jiena minn dawk il-karozzi biss għandi, jgħidulhom iva merħba li jisibħu magħna fil-klabb, ovvjament akkumpanjati minn xi ħadd adult. Però dan forsi t-tifel tifla li bħalissa jiffordi li jixtri dawk minn daqsxejn pocket money, forsi ġala darba jikber, dan jiddeċidi li jaqbad settur, soġġett scale partikolari ta' modellu jiftaħ kollezzjoni minn hemmhekk jimbdejt b'dawk.
Allura bla ma nsemmu ditti partikolari, ovvjament, daw il-modelli tixtri ħafna drabi jkunu għatfall, per jkunu xi waħda tekniċi, u kollox hemm ċertu minnhom illi jkunu anka fihom xi partijiet illi jaħdmu minnhom. Dawk huma parti jistgħu jingħaqdu magħkom ukoll allura?
Diment li jkun modelli li għal-inqas ikun jinbena.
Ekku, jinbena, tixtrih bħala kaxxa.
Eżatt, żarmata.
Tipo ta' jigsaw puzzle, però jigsaw puzzle 3D.
Ikun 3D bil-forma. Ukun aċċettati magħna. Ġieli kellna esebizzjonijiet tagħhom ukoll.
Tajjeb. Sani, issa hemm ovvjament apparti din il-kollezzjoni, forsi qegħdin ftit dwar il-kollezzjonijiet individwali hekk li jkollkom, jiena forsi il-membru tipiku tagħkom x'tip ta' modelli jkollu, kemm ikollu modelli.
Mela, bħala membri kulħadd jisu għandu l-iskejl tiegħu. Ġifieri bħalma taraw fuq il-mejda għandna l-118 li huma l-kbar, 124 il-medji u dejjem jibqgħu niżlin. Isiru ħafna issa komuni l-164 għaw crazy enormi u l-maġġoranza tal-modelli jkunu magħmulin mill-diecast. Ġifieri ovvjament bħalma semmejna l-ewwel anki tipo l-124 għaw kits tal-plastik li jimbnew bil-kollha u mbagħad ovvjament tisbaħhom, u mbagħad timmodifikhom, tagħmilhom personalized u dejjem jiġifieri dana. Xelta minn Opel Land Rovers, karozzi klassiċi, moturi, construction. Ġivi suq kull membru għandu it-tema jew dak li jiena forsi l-ġeraturi tiegħu m'għandhom kumpanija ta' construction jew bornara jew. Allura jisom wieħed iffollowja il-background ta' anki affarijiet familjari.
Fatti ħafna drabi delizzju bħal da jibda għax kważi tista' tgħid f'kull dar, f'kull familja ssib xi kollezzjoni jew xi modell jew tnejn. Ħafna drabi jibda minn karozza li kellhom fil-familja li tkun tfisser xi ħaġa l-jum. Dik kellhom bħala nannu, mela allura nixtri modell bħala.
Modell tagħha u tixtri.
Allura minn hemmhekk tista' tgħid tibda l-kollezzjoni jew fuq dak l-iskejl jew fuq dik id-ditta. Kif semma san illum qed sar invoga ħafna l-iskejl 1:64 kif qed narawhom hemmhekk. Li huma 164 huma dawk iż-żar li qegħdin ġol kaxxi. Dawk illum il-ġurnata qed jiġu promoted bħala modelli żgħar b'ħafna dettalji. Bir-raġuni tkun li l-postijiet id-djar illum saru żgħar ħafna, l-ispazju huwa aktar limitat. Allura nħolqu dawn il-modelli biex f'modelli żgħar mill-143 li aħna tradizzjonalment imdorrijin qed naraw modell xorta waħda b'ħafna dettalji ma jerġa' iżgħar bħala scale.
Tajjeb, issa, intom kull sena tagħmlu wirja annwali, u x'hekk. Din is-sena pjanata l-wirja meta se ssir.
Ekku, il-wirja tagħna saret sinonima rinomata ħafna ma' żmien ta' Diċembru, hija l-avveniment annwali tal-għaqda tagħna. Din is-sena se jsir bejn it-12 u l-15 ta' Diċembru. Għall-ewwel darba sejrin inkunu ġewwa ċentru pastorali għal ta' Ġesu tal-Qrendi. Kif konna nitħattu ftit qabel bdejna din ir-rokna, il-ġurnata saret problema li ssib spazju li jesana. Fortunatament, il-klab dejjem qed jikber. Sas-sena l-oħra konna 48 eżebitur ta' jidvari, ġifieri u ammont inkoraġġanti ħafna u kellna naħsbu biex nerġgħu nsibu post ikbar sabiex ikun jista' jesana ferm aktar komdita.
Problema kbira ma ħelwa fl-istess ħin.
Ekku.
Problema sabiħa.
Ekku, apparti minn hekk din is-sena wkoll kellna diversi wirjiet żgħar li niġu mistednin għal ġurnata jew jumejn. Kellna stednin f'diversi każini tal-banda fejn dawn jorganizzaw wirja ta' karozzi kbar u aħna nieħdu sehem selezzjoni żgħira ta' modelli fis-swali tal-każin kif ukoll ftit tal-ġimgħat ilu ħadna sehem waqt il-Comic Con fejn tellajna selezzjoni żgħira ħafna ta' modelli fil-maġġoranza tagħhom relatati mal-films u servitna wkoll bħala promozzjoni għal wirja fil-jiem li ġejjin.
Ma nafx hekk għandkom xi kumment tal-aħħar x'tagħmlu.
Punt interessanti li kull sena jattira lajn,
Iva,
anke li huwa parti mill-isem tal-klabb huma l-modelli maħdumin bl-idejn, mod speċjali l-modelli ta' Xarabanks, il-karozzi tal-linja maħdumin ġifieri l-antik li kellna bir-rotot, bil-koluri. Daw kull sena joqtu l-attenzjoni ta' ħafna, mod speċjali nislu nostalġija lil ħafna lil dawk li jżuruhom. Kif ukoll dan l-aħħar issieħbu magħna żewġ membri li jibnu modelli bl-idejn tal-vetturi li konna naraw fis-snin li mgħoddija fit-toroq ta' Malta. Bejn il-bejħ tal-ħaxix, il-bejħ tal-petrolju, tal-ħut, karozzi Anglia, Cortina, li ikoplu nislu aktar nostalġija lill-pubbliku.
u daw fil-fatt li qed jirreferi għalihom bħalissa jerġgħu aktar interessanti fl-opinjoni tiegħi. Raġuni dawn mhumiex modelli li tixtrihom, mort xtrajthom u qatt id-dar taqadhom bla ma neħu ebda mertu l dawk ta' ġifieri, però dawn ikunu mibnijin kompletament mill-ġdid, sibu l-affarijiet, sibu l-materjali, jaraw l-aħjar materjal u literalment jibnuha bidejhom mill-lest. Daw l-għandhom istruzzjonijiet, l-għandhom parts lesti, jridu jaħdmu kollox huma, ġifieri hija kapaċità kbira. L-aħħar kumment minn għandek.
Nirringrazzjaw l-sponsors li ta' kull sena dejjem edin jikbru u juru interess.
Importanti, ma sponsors ma jsir xejn, sfortunatament.
Eżatt, bħal kull oġġetti ieħor kollox hemm l-ispejjeż tiegħu. Nirringrazzjahom kemm jiena kemm il-kumitat u anke l-membri kollha. Grazzi. U anke nħeġġeġ il-pubbliku ġenerali biex wan jiġi jara dil-wirja. Tu anki jissieħeb membru magħna. Għax anki ġili per kazu nagħmlu bħal swap meets. Kważi dejjem għaddejjin jiġifieri b'attivitajiet żgħar kbar u hija xi ħaġa interessanti speċi għal kull età.
Tajjeb. Mela, aħna ovvjament nibdew bil-inauguraw il-ħbib tagħna hawnhekk illi jkollhom suċċess din l-attività ovvjament illi jieħdu gost intu għalihom tkun isa il-festa ta' kull sena illi ovvjament ikunu qegħdin jaħdmu għaliha sena sħiħa. Kif ukoll inħeġġu lilkom illi tattendu għal din l-attività biex ovvjament tagħmlu ħafna kuraġġ lilhom kif ukoll tieħdu gost intom żgur ma jiddispjaċikomx, kif ukoll nirringrazzjaw il-sponsors u nħajru dawk kollha li b'xi mod jistgħu jgħinu soċjetajiet bħal huwa il-Diecast and Scale Model Society biex jagħmlu hekk għax ovvjament bekk ikompli jikber delizzju bħal dawn ovvjament l-isfok għalina il-Maltin ovvjament fil-limitazzjonijiet kollha illi għandna. Ibqgħu magħna waqfa reklami. Kasil bqajtu magħna hemmhekk propju dik il-waqfa mill-reklami, fit-tieni parti ħarġu minn ġewwa l-istudju ħammorru naraw karozza propju tassew sabiħa.
In America, in the 1920s, the stock market crashed. The Great Depression happened. Luxury brands were affected. Bentley Motor Company, that was the end of them, finished them off. And in 1931, they were sold, and they were sold to their arch rivals, Rolls-Royce, who for the next few decades really didn't do a great deal with the brand. They used them as a trim level, different grills on standard cars, until something changed. In 1985, Bentley decided that they were going to start going back to their roots. And they created the car that we have today, which is a 300 brake horsepower monster. My choice for today is the Bentley Turbo R. I'm joined today by Roger Camilleri, who's very kindly brought along this beautiful Bentley Turbo R for us to have a play with today, have a look round. Roger, have you owned it a long time?
I can say it's 5 years old for me.
Okay.
And I decided to buy myself a birthday present, 50th birthday
Very
present.
nice. Okay.
So I had looked for one and managed to find this baby.
And you bought it in the UK, I understand.
I bought it in the UK. I did a lot of research and found this guy who wanted to sell this car that had a very light damage and got it on this video, advertised this car on a video, and started communicating with him and informing myself about all this started because a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, Mario Said, bought one.
Okay.
And I fell in love with the model.
Very easy to do.
And that is when
the passion started.
the
when
passion
it kicked in.
started, exactly.
Okay. You mentioned there was some light damage. What was that a leap of faith you took? Or?
Basically, inside, on the passenger side, there's the fuse box there. And something must have got stuck and it melted the plastic.
Ah, okay. Frightening.
Thank God it wasn't a fire, but it was, the car was all black from the inside. A lot of soot inside.
You took a really big chance, because you would have seen this all on the video.
It was my first classic car, so at that time I didn't know what I was going in for.
Ah, okay. Would you do it again?
I'd do it all over again because I loved it.
True enthusiast, though.
I loved it. I mean, didn't give me a very hard time because I mean, and I was looking forward to the restoration. It was all about the inside, basically. I had to restore the leather myself.
So was the leather smoke damaged as such? Did it have?
It was more like
grubby.
Grubby, that's the proper word. Basically, it was all dirty and black. Basically, I changed all the affected parts inside. Sourcing the parts wasn't so difficult, at least. Everything from the UK. Thank God it was before Brexit, because that saved me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then decided to start with the leather restoration.
So in terms of the interior, Roger, you did everything yourself. So what did you have to do? Was it just deep cleaning, recolouring, learning new techniques, new products? Had you ever done anything like that before?
No, it was, I told you, it was my first classic car that I restored. I did other things on cars, but on an amateur level. I was never really on professional. Anyway, it remained amateur, but at least I'm happy with what I did.
Yes.
You know, so when
Lovely.
I cleaned the interior, it was all right, but I still had a little bit of cracks, and the leather was a bit matte. So I decided to respray the leather and recondition it, basically. So YouTube is very, very helpful.
It is.
Believe me.
It is.
I found this really, really good product, which I decided to use. They also help you with how to do it and the way forward, basically. And I started doing all the interior, including the roof, seats, all the way. Some of the wood needed also some varnishing. I got some help for that. Then I also had some engine stuff to do, very minimal, you know, but that I did myself as well.
I believe this is the L series,
Yes, it is. That's the L series engine.
which is the longest running production engine. In fact, when BMW took over Rolls-Royce and Bentley, they put in their own V8. It was unpopular, and the L series was born again. So this is the longest running production engine. It is one of the smoothest V8 engine you will ever encounter. And of course, with the blower on it, takes it onto another level.
Basically, it's a 6.75 litre engine
Fantastic.
with a huge
It's just
Garrett turbo.
huge, that's the word. It's huge engineering. Everything it's like a steamship. I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm going to burn my hand. The engine oil cover here, it's like something you call down to the engine room in it. It's just so well made, so well engineered. It's going to be here longer than us, this thing. It's wonderful.
Longer than me, for sure.
I'm impressed. I don't know if you can focus on this, but the lagging and the soundproofing. So moving around to the boot, Roger, always impresses me, the size of these things and the quality of the finish. And you were pointing out to us earlier as well, which is quite something. Modern cars today, this would all be chrome-plated plastic or thin metals. These things are
Solid.
works of art in their own right, aren't they? And
Super heavy.
yeah, and proper enameling. Can you do me a favour or us a favour, open the boot? Let's have a look. Now, this is what I was talking about before, that this is an area to put your luggage, and yet all beautifully piped, hand-finished detailing. Even the top of the boot lid has got a high-quality carpet in it. I mean, the finish and the length that they went to lift this and show that it is a bespoke product. And they're pretty much handmade, I believe, aren't they? I mentioned before about the quality of the interior in these things. We're going to see it now. There is so much leather and detailing and high-end finishings. I mean, pretty much, if I'm right, that you would touch inside of this car would either be wood, chrome, leather, or high-quality carpeting. There's really very little in the way of plastics and things that you're going to interact with in the car. Now, you were saying to me earlier, Roger, that the headlining's leather.
Yes.
Obviously, we know the seating's leather, the dashboard, all the finishings is pretty much everything leather.
You touch in there, that's material. It's all real leather.
Yeah.
Basically, the top of the dash, underneath,
I can see
console,
this, yeah. All stitched.
armrests, totally, you know,
and the highest quality of leather.
highest
as
quality of leather. I mean, when I was dismantling everything, you could see that the leather was nice and thick and really good quality leather, which
you wouldn't
Bentley made.
necessarily find in a, shall we say, a normal high-end car. It's only when you get into this kind of level of
at that
vehicle.
time of the era that this car was made, of course, this leather was always, and Bentley made sure they got the best leather available.
Yeah.
And that is obviously the proof.
Is in the pudding, as they say.
Exactly.
No, it's very nice. It's a wonderful place to be. You've got even picnic tables in the back, I believe.
Although I never have the time.
Never use them. Look at that. And that's all burr walnut, which in itself is an
Yes.
expensive commodity.
For example, this, you've got even cigarette lighters at the back,
Okay.
chrome, heavy
Yeah,
chrome.
Solid.
I mean,
Wonderful. Well, well, Roger, thank you so much for bringing this car along for us today,
you're
telling
welcome.
us all about it, sharing your story with us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It was my pleasure too.
Thanks, Roger.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Marcus.
Programmi MOTORSMT hemmhekk fil-fatt ġie fit-tmiemu bħal marina fl-ewwel parti għajna mal-ħbib tagħna propju tal-Diecast and Scale Model Society illi bejn 12 u l-15 Diċembru għandhom il-wirja tagħhom, inħeġġukom li tattendu, wirja mhux ta' min jitlifa, u fit-tieni parti għajna ma' urejnikom ukoll fil-fatt karozza oħra propju minn barra l-studios. L-appuntament għal magħkom huwa propju għal bħallum ġimgħa nhar ta' erba' fl-6 ta' filgħaxija dejjem fuq l-istazzjon TVM Sport Plus.